Gonzaga in the red. Hunter Colvin came in from Tulsa, Oklahoma to take on Gabe Gonzaga, currently living in Boston, representing his hometown of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And there's always going to be a question of, does size matter? And you're going to hear it until you're blue in the face, where people attempt to tell you that it does not. Guys, size matters. There's a tipping point, though. There's a tipping point where a guy is just too big for you to deal with, and then there's a tipping point where the guy is too big for himself to deal with, where a guy can gain so much weight that he himself athletically just can't move. Gabe Gonzaga goes about 290 pounds, but that's what he weighs. That's what he walks around at. He is very comfortable at that. Hunter Colvin goes about 210 pounds. Gonzaga's got something tight. He's got it tight and early. Colvin thinking heel hook. Gonzaga's going to need to turn the cage. It looks like it's in his way. Gonzaga's not giving up on this idea. As long as Gonzaga is going for Hunter's ankles, that means Hunter can go for his. You cannot do one without the other. Gonzaga's turning. Gonzaga's rolling. He's doing everything right. He doesn't have the cage in his way right now, but Colvin's got a nice bite on this. Gonzaga going to option B, which is to sit up and hand fight. This is going to be tight here. Gonzaga is not rolling. I'm surprised, and I don't know why. It looks as though he could use one more turn. He's trying to do it back to Hunter. Neither guy comfortable right now. That I can tell you. Gonzaga looking for a pressure lock. He's looking to incorporate, put a lot of pain and pressure on that Achilles heel. Hunter Colvin, meanwhile, is going for a more dangerous technique, which is called a heel hook, where he's going to manipulate the heel. Gonzaga needs to turn. It looks as though he can't. Hunter Colvin has this very tight. Gonzaga's not sure how to solve the problem. Again, Gonzaga's going to sit up and hand fight. Many times that is a guy's last option. For the life of me, I don't know why it wouldn't be your first option. I believe you go to the problem. If the problem is the guy's hands, go to his hands. Gonzaga's now got a 2-on-1. He's not letting Hunter have that hand back. If Hunter gets that hand back, he's going to go right back to the heel. All right, Gonzaga's now protected that foot, at least for now. For now, that foot is protected. Hunter goes right back for it. Gonzaga clearing him off using his foot. An option here for Gonzaga is to just sit up. Now, while I say just sit up, is that easy to do? It would solve the problem. I'm right about that. There's a reason he's not doing it, which is sitting up with a 210-pound Hunter Colvin on your chest is difficult. Colvin's still thinking leg lock, which means he's giving up a foot, and now Gonzaga's getting a bite. And here's what I'm talking about, where Gonzaga can just sit up. If he can just sit up and put all of his weight on Hunter, that will eliminate the lower body attacks. Hunter Colvin coming underneath. Gabe's not going to be able to turn. He's got a cage in his way this time. This is a different position. Hunter looking to sit up. Hunter comes on top. Okay, for now, the ankles are protected. Gonzaga coming out on top. Hunter's got armbar. Gonzaga's going to need to crowd in. That's going to set up a triangle. Gonzaga is defending the armbar perfectly, but that gave a triangle. Gabe Gonzaga has now also dealt with the triangle, and the larger man is inside control. This is where size can be very helpful. When you're not being attacked, when you're making your opponent carry that weight. Both guys have to have a level of fatigue at this point. That was a very high pace 4.5 minutes we just witnessed. Hunter Colvin on bottom, Gabe Gonzaga on top. Gonzaga has a couple of options here, one of which is just attack and manipulate the far arm, as he's starting to do. The question remains, how much energy does he have to do it? Gonzaga transitions into a full mount, giving him one option, armbar, and not a whole lot of time left to do it. We go to overtime. Each match has been more exciting than the one previous. Hunter Colvin has won the toss. It came up blue. Hunter Colvin has deferred. Gonzaga is going to elect an armbar. And not just an armbar, specifically the left arm. This is 280 pounds versus an arm. Some of the overtime positions are where you will see size be more helpful. For example, this. Gabe Gonzaga is able to put all of his weight on the chest of his opponent to secure this arm. Gabe Gonzaga is chalking up seconds right now. He is following a strategy. If Hunter Colvin can push that leg down enough, he can sit up. If Hunter sits up, the referee will break this action. Gabe Gonzaga is going to need to move. He needs to get his right leg back over the forehead and face of Hunter Colvin. Colvin doing a good job of blocking here. Gonzaga doing a great job of maintaining the position. Gonzaga's just holding Hunter Colvin down here. Now Gonzaga's going to take a bit of a risk. He's going to sit back as a way to break the arms, but it could cost him the position. And now Gonzaga, you saw what he did with his right knee. He brought it back over the top, and it forced a tap. 1 minute, 7 seconds. Gabe Gonzaga got a submission. That was in the first of the stanza, which means Hunter Colvin will be given an opportunity to return the favor. Hunter Colvin starting with the back. He's thinking body triangle. That's a big body to triangle. Gonzaga protecting his neck. He just needs to get free. It's going to take an explosive movement. Gonzaga looks like he's almost out here. He needs that big movement. What I'm seeing versus what Gonzaga is feeling is different. Okay, he's out. Gabe Gonzaga with a submission. The first stanza of overtime. Defeats his nemesis. These two wanted this match. They wanted it on this date, under these rules, in this cage, on this platform, against each other. I hope and I believe that the dispute is settled. Kevin Keeney, take it from here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by submission due to armbar at 1 minute, 6 seconds in the top half of overtime round number 1, Gabriel Gonzaga!